The International Criminal Court, ICC, has delayed its decision on whether to grant interim release to former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. The court says it needs more information before it can rule. Duterte's legal team filed a request for his temporary release on June 12th. They argue he does not pose a flight risk and should not remain in detention while awaiting trial. The ICC's pretrial chamber agreed to postpone the ruling. Judges Iulia Antonella Motok and Rain Adelaide Sophie Alapini Gansu voted in favor of the delay. One judge, Maria del Socorro Flores Liera, disagreed. The court said it will decide once the defense submits more material or when the judges believe it is appropriate to proceed. The decision is in line with Article 62 of the Rome Statute, which allows accused persons to seek temporary release while awaiting trial, if they can prove it's justified. This ruling, the court clarified, does not prejudge the outcome of Duterte's request. A redacted public version of the defense's filing, signed by Duterte's lawyer Nicholas Kaufman, revealed that key documents were still being withheld from both the defense and the judges. The defense claims these documents are critical to their case. Kaufman also previously filed an urgent motion for Duterte to be released to an undisclosed country. The unnamed nation, according to court documents, has already agreed to accept Duterte if the ICC approves his release. The country's identity remains redacted. The defense insists Duterte does not meet any of the criteria under Article 58(1)(b) of the Rome Statute for continued detention. They say he's not a flight risk and poses no threat to the investigation or to public safety. Kaufman stated in the filing, Mr. Duterte must be immediately released. Duterte is currently in ICC custody, facing charges of crimes against humanity. The charges relate to the thousands of alleged extrajudicial killings during his war on drugs, both as president and earlier as mayor of Davao City. The ICC is investigating whether Duterte's administration promoted or tolerated state-sanctioned killings without due process. So far, the court has not given a timeline for when it will issue a final ruling on the interim release request. Duterte remains behind bars as the legal process unfolds. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano is calling on the Senate to urge the Philippine government to seek the interim release of former President Rodrigo Duterte. He suggested that the government open talks with the International Criminal Court, ICC, to allow Duterte to be placed under house arrest or a similar setup inside the Philippine Embassy in The Hague, Netherlands.